Hey y'all, welcome back to At Home with Gigi. I'm Gigi and this is Meals in Minutes. Easy recipes for busy moms and working women. I know y'all need help and so that's what I'm here to give you today. Today I'm going to show you an easy way to come home to a home cooked meal. Yes, it's our wonderful crock pots. So this is a crock pot recipe and I'm going to get to it in just a second. So hold on. Okay, so this very first part you're either going to do the night before or the morning before you go to work. So I know sometimes mornings are busy, so you might just want to do it the night before. All you're going to do is you're going to brown about 2 pounds of ground beef. This is a recipe where you'll have leftovers and you'll be able to do other things with it. So you're going to ground 2 pounds of ground beef and 1 pound of, I use Jimmy Dean sausage. So this is the Jimmy Dean sausage here. So I'm going to cook this up and get it all nice and brown, and then I'll take you to the next step. Okay, so if you haven't guessed it yet, we're making chili. And I don't know if you noticed it, but my husband bought the wrong kind of sausage. He bought maple flavored. So our chili is going to have a little bit of a sweet taste, which I'm fine with that. I like the sweet and the hot together. But if you want hotter chili, you can get the hot, or you can use the regular, get the hot sausage, or you could use the regular sausage. Regular is what I normally use, but he did the grocery shopping, and he loves maple bacon and maple flavored sausage, so that's what he bought. He didn't even pay attention to what I put on the list. So that's just the way it goes sometimes with these guys when you let them go shopping. So anyhow, I'm going to finish browning this up. I don't know if y'all have one of these tools like this. It's great for separating the meat and letting it brown really good. It's just really good for doing that, just chopping it all up. So I'll get this all browned up and we'll go right on to the next step. Okay, the meat is done and I drained off some of the grease or liquid that was on it just to make sure that it's not going to be, too greasy. So now I'm just going to dump it over here into the crock pot. A bit warm, so I can get my... I'm just going to dump this right in the crock pot here. I'm not getting any on my dress. I should put on that apron. Okay, so that's in the crock pot. And now I'm going to add 1 can of tomato paste to it. And if you don't have one of these little tiny spatulas, they're great for getting tomato paste out. I love this little spatula. I think it was something really cheap, like from the dollar store or somewhere like that, but it is so nice for getting things out of here. Alright, so I think I've got pretty much all of that. Now I'm just going to stir that in really good, and then I'm going to start opening cans. I got lots of cans here. So it's a very easy recipe, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got the meat in here stirred in with the tomato paste. Now I'm going to add a can of petite diced tomatoes. If you don't want it spicy, you can go ahead and just put 2 cans of this in here. That would be perfectly fine, especially if you've got young children. They may not like any of the spice, but I like to also add a can of tomatoes and chilies. This Rotel brand is wonderful. I only use the original. I don't use the real super hot. But anyhow, stir that in. Actually, I'm going to stir it all after I get it all in. So then I'm going to add 2 cans of these. I use the Bush's brand, but it's the chili beans. I like the pinto ones. I don't like those real dark, hard beans. These are softer because they're made with the pinto beans, and it's in a mild sauce. So just look for those in the grocery store, and they kind of remind me of the kind of beans that are in pork and beans. So I grew up eating pork and beans. I don't know about y'all. Anyhow, I'm gonna put 2 cans of that, but here's the other brand that I'm using. I'm using this ranch style beans. It's only the ones with the black label. You just have to try to find them. These are just really good. And again, they're the soft kind of beans. I'll bring you over here where you can see them. You can see all these beans are just this soft kind like this. They're not those big, hard, dark, almost purple ones or black ones. So anyhow, I'll put this other can in, and then I'm gonna go get all my spices together to go in here. Now, if you wanted onion, sometimes I'll go ahead and brown the onion when I'm browning the meat. I didn't do that today because I was trying to get this done quickly, but you can add if you're gonna be cooking it all day, you don't have to brown the onions first. They'll get tender in the chili as it cooks all during the day. So you can just chop them up and put them in here. All right, so you can see this almost fills up this crock pot, which is great because tonight we can have chili, and then tomorrow we've got friends coming over and we're going to have hot dogs with chili. So, you know, and then if there's any left, it freezes beautifully, and then you can just pull it out on a nice cold day and have some instant chili. So let me go get all my spices ready, and I'll show you what I'm going to put in next. Okay, I'm back. I'm ready to start adding all the goodie in here. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add a tablespoon of sugar. Yeah, that's for the kids. Okay, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of minced garlic. And I'm going to add a tablespoon of cumin. And I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of chili powder. So this is for the adults. And then I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, because there's probably already a lot of salt in those beans that we put in here. But we can always add more salt later if we want to. Just hard to take it out. Now I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And then stir this in a little bit. Had to get a bigger stirring spoon. And you notice I did put an apron on because I don't want to splatter on my dress. So I'm getting this mixed in pretty good here. And I'm going to add in now a whole cup of ketchup. Yes, again, for the kids. And for the adults, I love ketchup. I could sometimes just think I could eat a ketchup and mayonnaise sandwich. Just leave off the meat or whatever would go in it normally. Anyhow, I'm just gonna stir this up really good. You can see that. Just trying to bring all that meat up from the bottom and mix it in with the beans, and the spices really good. And this will just simmer on high for a while, and then I can cut it back down to low once it's all heated through. Because you know everything in here is cooked. Now if I had put raw onions in here, I'd let it cook longer, but this really only has to cook until it's really good and hot. But really seriously though, with this chili and spaghetti sauce, it's always better if you just give it more and more time to just get the flavors all throughout. So this is really thick. I may wind up adding some water to it later, but I'm gonna wait and see how juicy it gets after it's cooked and gotten nice and warm. So I think that's it for right now. So I'm just gonna put the top on this. I've got it set on high, so This is all you would have to do in the morning. Just open all those cans, take your ground beef out that you cooked the night before, put it in your crock pot, put the cans of beans and stuff in here and the seasonings, and then just turn it on. You could put it on low and it'd be good for the whole time you're at work. You know, if you're working an 8-hour day somewhere, put it on low, it'll be fine. When you get home, your house is gonna smell wonderful. All you have to do then is just maybe throw some cornbread together and in the oven, you know, have that ready. Jiffy cornbread is delicious with this, or regular good old Southern cornbread. So try this. I'll get back with you in a little bit when we're tasting it, and I may give you some other hints and tips then. So hang on. Love y'all. Hey y'all, I'm back. It's been 4 hours. I had it on high the whole time, the crock pot. I had it on high, and my chili is ready. It is so yummy smelling, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a little taste. I took some out just so I could try it, make sure it's got exactly what it needs in it. Have the best chili flavor. The beans are soft and tender. And the meat's just kind of falling apart. It's really good, y'all. If you want it a little spicier, I have added like 8 to 10 drops of Tabasco in it before. Didn't do it this time because I was out of Tabasco. But anyhow, you can try that. It'll be delicious with cornbread. The nice thing is it does freeze really good. So you can freeze it up, and then the next time you need a quick meal, just set it in your refrigerator, let it thaw all day. When you come home, put it in the pot, warm it up, and you've got instant chili for your family. So that's it, y'all. Dinner done quick, easy and delicious. So thank you for cooking on here with me. Thank you for following my channel. If you'd like a copy of this recipe, go to athomewithgg.com, and that's just 2 G's, athomewithgg.com. And the recipe is out there. You can print it out. It looks like this when you print it out. GG's prize-winning chili with beans. So yes, and I know I'll probably get some comments how the people in Texas especially don't put beans in their chili. So this is really good, y'all. I think you'll like it. I've gotten so many compliments on it and comments from folks who tried making the recipe before and how their family loved it. So give it a try and let me hear some comments from you. I appreciate it. And y'all please click on subscribe. Click on that little bell so you'll know every time I post one of these new easy recipes for the, you know, the Meals in Minutes, because that's the new series I'm doing, Meals in Minutes, easy recipes for busy moms and working women. So y'all enjoy Labor Day tomorrow. Hopefully none of you have to work. Anyhow, love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.